Welcome back. Minimax is up next for drivers from 11 years of age. On pole it is Connor Mills, a 7 kart. Dave Wooder, we've just seen his brother Luke in the Honda Cadet race. Dave Wooder alongside Lando Norris, 33 on row 2, and Jack McCarthy will be contenders as well. The rest of the grid rounded out as follows. 21 drivers in this one of the biggest fields of the day. It looks like Dave Wooder's grabbed himself the lead. He has. Connor Mills gets done round the outside, so Wooder in the lead, Mills in second. Jack McCarthy on the 81 kart in third. Sliding up the inside for fourth is the 21 kart of Connor Hall. So Hall through to fourth, up to the Idale's hairpin. Out of the Idale's hairpin down to the bottom of the circuit, the stewardesses. Places being made and lost through that hairpin. Typically is the case on the opening few laps. Great overtaking opportunity. It's like Connor Hall has lost that fourth place. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's Lando Norris, 33 kart now, through to fourth. Down to Paddock Bend. Final corner on the circuit. It is the 14 kart of Dave Wooder that leads it for Dan Holland Racing. The rest of the karts sweep through there. The 24 kart makes a place. That's Jay Nidger in the midfield. He started on P10. He's making that place there for 11th, so he's lost places at the start and trying to claw his way back. These are the leaders though. Yellow flags going into that hairpin for the 55 kart of Tushar Vivekanandan. He was off, so no overtaking there. Green flags, black for the Iredales though. So the 7 kart of Connor Mills strikes the lead. Dave Wooder there in second. The 81 kart, Jack McCarthy. He was racing in Honda Cadet last year. He's through to third place over this little rise down to the right-hander, St John's. These three being pursued now by Lando Norris on that 33 kart. 45 is Dan Zelos. In behind Dan, 20 kart, red suit. There he is, Ben Thompson. He was also in Honda Cadet last year, his first season in Minimax, so having a reasonable run today. These are the three that are out front and clear at the moment. Connor Mills, black suit, leads it from the 14 kart of Wooder for Dan Holland Racing. And then comes Jack McCarthy. Lando Norris has got a bit of work to do on the 33 kart, as has the kart in behind him. 21 is Connor Hall. Started on P6, he's up to 5th place, so made 1 place so far. Rest of the kart streamed down to the bottom of the circuit through the stewardesses, overtaking opportunity. Leading 3 ever closer. Very tight between these three as they come through the left-hander at Sunny Bend. Down to Paddock now. Lando Norris 33, 21 is Hall. In 6th place the 18 kart of Alfie Brown. Then comes the 41 kart of Dan McCauley. In behind Dan is Will Shaw 30, and then comes Dan Zelos on the Tony kart, the 45 kart of Dan Zelos. Down to McRae's. Here comes the change for the lead. It's Dave Wooder that sweeps past the 7 kart at this stage. He poses Connor Mills down to second. Jack McCarthy gets ever closer, as does Lando Norris, who's right in the mix now, and Connor Hall as well. So we've got a 5 kart train at the front of the field. Any sort of overtaking allows karts behind to get closer. And here's Zelos for a move on Will Shaw. That's a nice move through the Stewart-esses. But the 3 kart train now is about to become 4. It's 4 now, about to become 5 as Connor Hall gets closer as well. Through Paddock Bend one more time. Later in the race, that 5 kart train is about to become a 7 kart train. And Connor Hall has converted 5th place into the lead and has got 4 or 5 kart lengths over Dave Wooder in second. Lando Norris is now through to 3rd place. Connor Mills in 4th. Then comes Jack McCarthy in 5th. Coming onto the back of the group, looks like Dan Zelos on the 45 kart. And the 24 kart of Jay Nidger. He was a mile behind in the early stages as Lando Norris backs himself second. Connor Mills goes through for 3rd, follows him through, drops Wooder back a couple, so he's down to 4th. 81 kart is McCarthy, 45 Zelos, 24 Jay Nidger was a mile behind, and he's right on the back of the group leading this one now. It's Connor Hall, the 21 kart's got a bit of a lead over the rest, but they will hunt him down. If they work together, they'll close this gap. But having said that, if they do start battling, that would almost present him with the O plate. But as Zelos comes down the inside of McCarthy now, Zelos now through to, what's that, 2nd, 4th, 5th place for Zelos. McCarthy back to 6th. Jay Nidger still in the mix as well in 7th. Don't rule out the karts behind these as well if they start battling, and they are battling. 7 kart Connor Mills through to second, Wooder through to third. Lando Norris drops a couple. This is helping the man out front. Connor Hall, can he hold on to it? Connor Hall, right-hander. Sonny Ben, left-hander there is, well, that is Sonny Ben rather, left-hander. Right-hander was St John's. Right-hander here is Paddock Bend. Last turn on the circuit, so it's Hall that has a good 10 to 12 kart lengths over the chasing group, and it's Connor Mills in pole position of the train here. Wooder in behind, then Lando Norris, always a major competitor. Dan Zelos, McCarthy's just dropping the back of this group in front, and Jay Nidger in behind him, 24. Jay's come from well back in the field, so done well to get himself in the mix, and I fancy a podium here. He's obviously got the pace as Norris deposes Wooder of a spot. It's third place for Norris, drops Dave Wooder back to fourth, and comes Dan Zelos on the 45 card. 81 is McCarthy, 24 Jay Nidger, still close enough if good enough. He can put himself on the podium from there. He gets the right sort of run through the final turn. One more time. Later in the race, the lead's been cut. It's the 2 Connors, Hall and Mills, first and second. They sound like a bit of a pop duo, Hall and Mills, but they're first and second. It's Wooder in third. Dan Zelos gives Wooder a bit of a thump from behind, no damage done. Lando Norris now into fourth place, so Wooder's back into third from fourth. Norris goes from third to fourth himself. And here's the change for the lead through the stewardesses. It's Mills now from Hall. Connor Mills from Connor Hall. So Wooder in third place. They come over the rise through the right-hander. Lando Norris there just in fourth place. And it looks like the win will come from these 4. They're just starting to get away from the chasing group. Go through the line. 3 laps remaining as they went through the line that time. So it's getting to the business end. Connor Mills will be thinking about defending, having a good look over his shoulder. It's usually an invitation, and it is. Connor Hall down the inside for the lead, grabs the lead back. Every time we see a driver look behind, well, he's giving him the push signal, but Connor Mills is going to take no notice of that whatsoever. And Hall runs wide and allows Wooder down the inside. And has he held on to third? I don't think so. Lando's going to help himself to that, is he? Yes, he is. So Lando Norris through to third. So it's Connor Mills now from Dave Wooder. Lando Norris in third. The former leader now back to fourth place. Jay Nidger's put the fastest lap and he's through to fifth place. Great result. Well, great performance, I should say, from Jay Nidger so far. He's well down the field early on and now has put himself right in the mix. Bit of contact, and has Nidger made it, bagged himself fourth? He has across the line. So that drops Connor Hall back another place. In fact, he's back to sixth place. He was leading it, but no longer. It looks like his chance has gone. Who's going to take this one? Bits of contact going into the hairpin, all kicking off with a lap and a half remaining, and Dan Zelos runs wide and he's out of it. British Open Championship gone for Dan Zelos, but Jay Nidger tries to bag himself 3 in the corner. He manages a brace and comes through from fourth to second. Oh, and nearly gets pushed out of it, does he? Yes, he does. Lando Norris back to second. He's all kicking off with just a lap and a quarter remaining. So it's the 7 Connor Mills that leads it from Lando Norris. Then comes Nidger. Trying to get in the mix is the 41 car of Dan McCauley, and running wide is Jack McCarthy. That's his bid for the British Open finished. With that run wide, Alfie Brown trying to get in the mix as well. Look at this, how close do you like your racing? Fantastic racing. We're into the last lap and the front 3 positions. Well, this should be, I think, how it's going to end, is it? Well, anything can happen. I think these 3 are enough clear of each other and clear of the karts behind to finish first, second and third. Wooder trying to make a place, loses a place, runs wide, loses 2, loses 3. That's his bid for the championship over. It looks like Connor Mills is going to take this one, come out of the S's for the last time, over the little rise, down to the right-hander at St John's. Lando Norris not close enough, I don't think, or is he? 24, Jay Nidger's a great performance by him to come from so far back. McCarthy makes a place and then loses it, runs, oh, and hits the barrier. On the 20 kart, Ben Thompson joins him in sympathy, but it's Connor Mills. The 7 kart takes the win from Lando Norris, and Jay Nidger with a great drive through for third. 81 kart and McCarthy gets going again. Thompson stranded. As we'll see from the results, it is the 7-car Connor Mills that takes it. A cracking race. Only one of 9 or 10 karts could have won that in the last 3 or 4 laps. Connor Mills from Lando Norris and Jay Nidget. George Thompson, 22. We didn't even mention him. He's finished 4th. He's come from nowhere. Dave Wooder in 5th, followed by Hall McCauley, Zelos Shaw and Pete Griffin rounding out the 10. Okay, Jay, 3rd place, your first podium at the National Championships. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that because I started quite far back for the pre-final. For the start of the final, because I had a bad pre-final. And I just managed to get my way through, and on the last few laps I managed to get into 3rd. Oh well, I was actually in 2nd, and I managed to lost a place to Lando. But yeah, I'm happy with that.
I was closing him in a tiny bit every lap, and then he kept looking behind to see where I was, and I was still closing in. I mean, I could have maybe gone in on one corner, but I didn't. Yeah, so it was a really tough race overall.
Cracking race, wasn't it? Difficult, but you come good at the end, and just come good really at the right time, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a really good race. Swapped places quite a lot. Connor Hall managed to get a bit of a gap at the end, but I managed to pull it back in, overtake him and get a little gap on Lando, which was all I needed to not defend on the last lap and come around and take the checkered flag.
Well, just another mention for George Thompson, who finished 4th there. He started P20 on the grid to finish 4th. A fantastic performance. Well done to George. Keep it right here on Motors TV. We'll be back after the break with Junior Rotax.